All right. Again, it's another day of hashtag 50 Gone by 2024. I am your host, Jane of Scraptasticyarns. I'm so glad you've joined me today. First, the medical disclaimer. Always check with your primary practitioner, physician, before starting any exercise program or following any advice given here. Any information here is my personal research into different health topics and not to be considered medical advice. So there we have it. The medical disclaimer. Now, I decided I was going to go look into this because when I did a sleep study, and this was part of the bariatric weight loss group that I was part of in Danville with Geisinger. They have you go over for a sleep study. You have to see the pulmonologist, you know, that fun stuff, to find out whether or not you sleep well. The other thing is they were concerned because of my weight that I might have had sleep apnea because I was so tired all the time. Well, but my sleep study, and I will tell you about it, I wouldn't suggest that you have it done at Geisinger and Danville unless they have changed the arrangements, because it was up on the, I can't remember, it was 5th or 6th floor at the time, right outside my window where I was supposed to get some sleep while hooked up to all those stupid monitors and everything else, was the helipad. Life flight came in 4 times that night. The girl that was outside manning the station outside my door was sick. She coughed all night. She was slamming doors, slamming cabinet doors. And of course, when the pulmonologist came in to read the study, he looked at me and he said, "You don't even get into REM sleep. You don't get any restorative sleep." Well, duh. And I explained to him all the noise. I couldn't sleep. Not only that, on top of it, I was laying in an egg crate mattress, one of those rubber ones. They are the most uncomfortable things in the whole wide world. So, I'm sure they've changed the mattress. I would hope they have, but I don't know. So, and I really thought it was going to be like at Duke or Chapel Hill in North Carolina, where you go into a room and they have these sliding glass doors, and you know how they do the sound, you know, on Star Trek, this where it closes up, vacuum seals. That's what they have in Chapel Hill, Duke, in North Carolina. I assume it's going to be like that. They use Kingsdown mattresses, very comfortable. No such thing. But the reason that the bariatric doctors want you to do that is because they were part of a study as to whether sleep or the loss of sleep, lack of sleep, contributed to weight gain. And guess what? It does. Sleep more, weigh less. Oh, it's true. Being short on sleep can really affect your weight. While you weren't sleeping, your body cooked up a perfect recipe for weight gain. When you're short on sleep, it's easy to lean on a large latte to get moving. Or lots of coffee. Now, I like coffee. You might be tempted to skip exercise because you're too tired. Get takeout for dinner and then turn in late because you're uncomfortably full. Now, I don't do any of that anymore. Well, I do still do take-out dinners occasionally. But generally when I do that, it's because I'm going to eat half of it one night and half of it the next night. I've started doing that, and it helps a lot. If this cascade of events happens a few times each year, no problem. Trouble is, more than 1/3 of Americans aren't getting enough sleep on a regular basis. Yet experts agree that getting enough shut-eye is important to health, well-being, and your weight, as are diet and exercise. your sleepy brain. Skimping on sleep sets your brain up to make bad decisions. It dulls activity in the brain frontal lobe, the focus of decision making and impulse control. Maybe that's why I can't pass by a yarn store without buying. Who knows? Or fabric. So it's a little like being drunk. You don't have the mental clarity to make good decisions. Plus, when you're overtired, your brain's reward centers rev up, looking for something that feels good. So while you might be able to squash comfort food cravings when you're well rested, your sleep-deprived brain may have trouble saying no to a second slice of cake, or even the first slice of cake. Research tells the story. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that when people were starved to sleep, late-night snacking increased, and they were more likely to choose high-carb snacks. In another study done at the University of Chicago, sleep-deprived participants chose snacks with twice as much fat as those who slept at least 8 hours. A second study found that sleeping too little prompts people to eat bigger portions of all foods, increasing weight gain. Imagine that. And in a review of 18 studies, researchers found that a lack of sleep led to increased cravings for energy-dense, high-carbohydrate foods. Added all together, and a sleepy brain appears to crave junk food, while also lacking the impulse control to say no. Sleep and metabolism. Sleep is like nutrition for your brain. Most people need between 7 and 9 hours each night. Get less than that and your body will react in ways that lead even the most determined dieter straight to Ben & Jerry's. Well, they're not my favorite. Mine would be Blue Bunny or Breyers. Too little sleep triggers a cortisol spike. The stress hormone signals your body to conserve energy to fuel your waking hours. Translation: you're more apt to hang on to the fat. Sad. Researchers found that when dieters cut back on sleep over a 14-day period, the amount of weight they lost from fat dropped by 55%, even though their calories stayed equal. Now you have to admit that's an interesting finding. Really it is. They felt hungrier and less satisfied after meals, and their energy was sapped. Sleep deprivation makes you metabolically groggy. University of Chicago researchers say within just 4 days of insufficient Z's, sleep, your body's ability to process insulin, a hormone needed to change sugar, starches, and other food into energy, goes awry. Insulin sensitivity, the researchers found, dropped by more than 30%. Here's why that's bad. When your body doesn't respond properly to insulin, your body has trouble processing fats from your bloodstream, so it ends up storing them as fat. So it's not so much that if you sleep you'll lose weight, but that too little sleep hampers your metabolism and contributes to weight gain. How is sleep related to physical activity? Losing sleep can result in having less energy for exercise and physical activity. Feeling tired can also make sports and exercising less safe, especially activities like weightlifting or those requiring balance. While researchers are still working to understand this connection, it's well known that exercise is essential to maintaining weight loss and overall health. Getting regular exercise can improve sleep quality, especially if that exercise involves natural light. And I admit I prefer doing my walk out in nature. While even taking a short walk during the day may help improve sleep, more activity can have a more dramatic impact. Engaging in at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of high intensity exercise per week can improve daytime concentration and decrease daytime sleepiness. Keep in mind also that sleeping later on the weekends is not helpful for weight loss. There is no catch-up on sleep that helps your body or your brain. Now, they did also give some tips for a better night's sleep. Tricks and tips for a better night's sleep, or slip, whichever you decide. In today's world, snoozing can be difficult, particularly when all your screens, computers, TVs, cell phones, tablets lure you into staying up just a little longer. But the basics are pretty simple. Shut down your computer, cell phone, and TV at least an hour before you hit the sack. And that can be difficult for many of us. Save your bedroom for sleep and sex. Think relaxation and release rather than work or entertainment. Create a bedtime ritual. It's not the time to tackle big issues. Instead, take a warm bath, meditate, or read. Now, I've been doing reading and meditating at night. Stick to a schedule. Waking up and retiring at the same times every day, even on weekends. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Big swings in your sleep schedule or trying to catch up on sleep after a week of late nights can cause changes in metabolism and reduce insulin sensitivity, making it easier for blood sugars to be elevated. Watch what and when you eat. Avoid eating heavy meals and alcohol close to bedtime, which may cause heartburn and make it hard to fall asleep. And steer clear of soda, tea, coffee, and chocolate after 2 p.m. Caffeine can stay in your system for 5 to 6 hours. Turn out the lights. Darkness cues your body to release the natural sleep hormone, melatonin, while light suppresses it. Sleep in a dark room if possible. Exposure to artificial light while sleeping, such as a TV, bedside lamp, is associated with an increased risk of weight gain and obesity. Don't eat right before bed. Eating late may reduce the success of weight loss attempts. No kidding. Reduce stress. Chronic stress may lead to poor sleep and weight gain in several ways, including eating to cope with those negative emotions. Be an early bird. People with late bedtimes may consume more calories and be at a higher risk for weight gain. Early birds may be more likely to maintain weight loss when compared to the night owls. Not only that, but getting up a little early in the morning gives you more time to get in exercise when it's cooler. That's a positive thing. So, those are some tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed today's. It's short and sweet, and I will see you again next week. Remember, be kind to one another, love one another, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and as always, get out there in this great big world of ours and enjoy it. Enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. See you guys again next week. Bye.